Amazon has its most useful tool in the form of Amazon Search Query Performance Report for the keyword research, market share analysis, and to build strategies that really work. And if you're still relying on third-party tools for the keyword research, you may be missing out on the most accurate data available out there, the data directly from Amazon itself. My name is Tahir Mahmood, and I'm an Amazon Brands Manager at Upscale Valley, a full-service Amazon FBA agency. And in this video, we'll discuss about an amazing tool from Amazon, the Search Query Performance Report. And in today's video, I'll show you that how can you use Amazon Search Query Performance Report to discover high converting keywords that you are not targeting, optimize your listings for better SEO and visibility, launch smarter and more profitable PPC campaigns, and track your keyword performance week over week or month over month using a custom built tracking system. This is one of the most powerful tools inside Amazon Seller Central, and it's completely free to use. By the end of this video, you'll exactly know that how you can increase your brand's market share and a lot more. Let's begin. Now, let me just share my screen quickly and show you that how you can access this report in Amazon Seller Central, and how you can download this and how you can use its data for your strategies. All right, so I am on the home page of my Seller Central. You have to go to the brands and then the brands analytics. Once you click on the brands analytics, Amazon will take you to this page. And from this page, you have to go to the search analytics, and you have to click on the search query performance. Okay, so in this dashboard, you are seeing two sort of reports are available. The one is the brand view and the other one is the ASIN view, right? So Amazon provides a search query performance data in two views. In the brand view, Amazon provides you 1000 up to 1000 queries per brand, and in the ASIN view, if you provide the ASIN, Amazon provides you up to 100 queries for that specific ASIN. So that means if you want to be more precise and be specific about any particular product, you have to choose the ASIN view. And if you want to just like from a bird eye view, you want to analyze your brand performance, and you want to analyze your brand's market share, your impression share, your click share, you have to you can just use the brand share, or the brand view, right? So on the brand view, I have to select my brand. Let's say if I have multiple brands registered in my seller central, so I have to click on the brands I'm going to analyze. So let's say in this case, I'm clicking on this specific brand, right? All right, so after selecting the brand, you have to select the reporting range. I prefer doing it monthly or quarterly for the more a kind of variety of data and a more range of data. So I'm doing it in the monthly right now, and you have to select the year then. So I prefer doing it for the recent data available. So I have selected the month of July, and I have to click on the apply. So once I click on apply, Amazon is going to fetch 1000 search queries for your brand, which it feels that are kind of relevant to your brand and are in the funnel. So what kind of funnel is it? So Amazon purchase funnel or Amazon sales funnel is kind of work like the ICAP, the impressions, then the clicks, then the add to carts, and then the purchases. So this report provides you an comprehensive data for each of the stage of the funnel, like the impressions and the clicks, and then the cart ads, and then the purchases. So the most interesting thing and the useful thing about this report is that it compares your brand share with the market, right? So in this case, as you can see, I have let's say in this example for this specific search term, let's say I have a total impression count for this specific search term for the selected date range is 30,000. And the brand count for this specific search term is only 2. So Amazon is going to provide me a percentage as well for the impressions, and similarly for the clicks, and then the add to carts, and then the purchases. And for the ASIN view, similarly, you have to put any of the ASIN right here, and you have to select the reporting range. Similarly for the brand view, and you have to click on the apply to download the search queries for the ASIN, for that specific ASIN that you want to analyze. So in my case, I'll be analyzing my brand view. And once you have your reporting range set, you have to click on this generate download button. So once you click on this generate download button, Amazon will get you a file downloaded right away into the download manager. So you have to click onto the download manager, and once you are in this page, Amazon is it's going to take around 2 to 3 minutes, or sometime in case of larger datas, it takes more than that. So once the file is downloaded, you can like import that file into the Google Sheets or the Excel. So I'm kind of Google Sheets user, so I have already imported a sheet in my Google Sheet, right? So let me just quickly share my screen. All right, so this is the search query performance report for my brand, and I have 1000 queries in this. So now I have to filter it down. I have to make it a bit presentable, like I have already done a bit. so I can read the data accurately, so I can only focus on the columns, on the metrics that actually matters. So in this case, I'll be looking on these specific columns more closely, like the search query volume, and then the impression share for my brands, and then the click share for my brand, and then the cart ads, my brand share percentage, and then the purchase share for my brand, right? So let's say in this case I have these search queries, and Amazon has a kind of assign an impression share of 2.04% for this specific search term. All right, so and I have 2.04% impression share for this specific search term, and my click share for the same search term is 18.18%, and my cart ad brand percentage share is 66.67%, and my purchase share is 100%, right? Okay, so what does that mean? Okay, I have a good click share, I have a good cart ad share, I have a great purchase share, but the problem relies in this the brand share percentage, right? So I am not getting a sufficient amount of impressions for this specific search term. I'm underutilizing on this specific search term, so I'm missing out on a kind of growth opportunities for these kind of search terms, right? So what you can do is you can apply a custom filters or formulas to highlight the search terms, highlight the search queries with a lower brand share percentage for the impressions. Let's say in this case we have okay, so 0.53% for the brand share in the impressions, and I have a click brand share percentage of 50, right? So although the data is not that much big, but that the data matters as well, because we are in the growth phase and the brand is not that much a kind of bigger brand. So we have a kind of limited data for this brand, but this data is useful because this is right from Amazon, and this data gives you a clearer picture of the whole funnel, that how your listing is, or how your brand is performing in the whole funnel, and on what area of the funnel you need to work on. If your impressions are low, you need to work on your SEO, your PPC campaigns, your indexing. And if the clicks are low, you need to work on your main image, your title, your pricing, your reviews, and your offer optimization. And if your cart to ads and purchases are low, you need to work on your creatives and listing copy, and some kind of some sort of coupons and discounts. So all this matters, all are the parts of the funnel that we need to work on to increase the market share. Eventually, the ultimate purpose of analyzing this sheet is to increase the market share for our brand ultimately, and we're going to implement, and we're going to analyze each of the each of the specific element of the funnel closely, and then decide that how we can actually leverage that. This data is far more reliable than estimates from the external tools, because it's based on the real customer behavior on Amazon. The ultimate goal for this report is to identify where the customer's intent is already high but visibility is still low. That's where you are missing out on the potential growth opportunities. All right, so back to the sheet. So we can use this sheet in two ways. Let's say the impression share is low and the click share is high, so that means we are the CTR for that specific search term for our brand or the listing is good as compared to the market. We need to work on increasing the visibility, and if the the click share is lower, and then the purchase share is good, and the add to cart share is good, so that means we need to work on the CTR factor. The impressions are still good, but we are not kind of getting enough clicks, so we need to work on the main images part, and then the title optimization, reviews and ratings, and the price, and the coupons and discounts. So all these factors influence the CTR, right? So we can use this specific sheet in multiple ways to you know optimize and analyze each of the aspect of the funnel, right? Okay, so once we have analyzed this sheet, there are multiple ways to track the data. I have already imported my latest period search query performance report in here, and then the previous period search query performance in here, right? So I have this formulated sheet that you can also use. I will drop down this link in my description as well, so you can use this sheet to analyze the difference between each of the metrics. So let's say, what does this provides? We have the search queries, we have the search query volume, and the latest period and the previous period, and in there, and then there's a difference in the percentage. Let's say we have a 1.75% decrement for the search query volume in this specific range of the time. Let's say you have imported you have imported the latest period search query performance report for the month of July, and the previous period SQP is for the month of let's say June. So we are analyzing the month over month trend. So we are kind of getting an idea that how much the search volume dropped, and how much the impression share dropped, and how much the click share dropped, and how much the purchase share dropped or increased for this specific time of period for this specific search term, right? So we have a delta of minus 58.68%, sorry, 86%. So that means our purchase share decreased by this specific percentage, right? So our clicks decreased by this specific percentage. So this is where we can track the data. Let's say if you analyzed the search query performance report in the first week of the month, and then you made some changes into the listing content in your PPC campaigns. Let's say you find some low converting keywords, and that you and then you just um, decrease the bids or decrease the budget for those keywords or targets as well. So ultimately that is going to bring you less impressions for those targets or keywords, and you're going to see the data in there in the search query performance report in the month or the week report, right? So let's say if you have made some changes in the PPC campaigns for pushing the keywords, so you can track from this sheet that if you have already got that traction from the PPC campaigns or the SEO, like for the green ones, there's an increment in the percentage for click share, impression share, and the purchase share. So the whole funnel works like this. And for the red ones, I can clearly see the percentages are in the negative. That means I have lost my market share for each of this metric. So this is how you can find the difference. And one more thing that that comes in handy that we use internally is to analyze the data metrics, in the form of numbers by week over week. So let's say I have to analyze my last 10 weeks or my last 8 weeks, numbers and stats. So I have imported my every week report into into this sheet, right? Okay, so I have applied this method in here. Just let me quickly show you, right? So that this is for the reporting range. I have week 1 March, week 1, right? And I have used a simple pivot tables and with the reporting range. All right, so in this case we have the week over week data for this specific listing, this specific ACN actually. And I have used simple pivot tables to pile up the week over week data in one sheet. And you can see I can just analyze that what's my performance for my impressions and clicks, and then the purchases, and then the add to carts by week or week. So you can see the sum of clicks ASIN share percentage, it's increasing in there, right? 1.55% to 5.08%, and ultimately my conversions is also improving, right? So I had a feeling that I have good impressions, I have good clicks, but my listing is not converting, and that was due to a slightly higher price. So what we did, we applied some sort of coupons and discounts, and some promotions to our listings, and that helped our conversion rate go from 4.58% to 8.25% in 2 to 3 weeks, right? And then we again reverted some changes. So that's, so the pattern goes on. But the core reason for showing this data is that you can get strong insights from this week over month analysis, and you can be very clear and very precise and specific about that what action and what strategy that you need to build, right? So we have this delta sheet right in here that we can work with the numbers in percentages as compared to the previous week. And then we have this sheet that we can use with the week or month over month analysis. And we have also discussed okay, this sheet, right, where we can identify the potential keywords. We are kind of underutilizing the keywords, and in terms of the impressions, we have good click count, click share, we have good add to cart share, we have good purchase share, but the problem relies in the impression. So that means we need to work on the SEO, and we need to work on the PPC to bring in the high relevant traffic for that specific search term that is also converting well, and it's more likely that it's going to convert well in the future as well. So this is how we can actually use the whole report. The purpose of this whole report is to just find the gaps in the funnel, right? The impressions, clicks, add to carts, and purchases. So find where the problem relies in, and fix that part. And then the the tracking, track accordingly, track week or month data, and make next changes accordingly, right? Well, we have discussed about various uses of Amazon Search Query Performance Report, and here's another report that we use internally at Upscale Valley. This is basically an interpretation of the search query performance report. You can have the reports like week or month, or even quarter over quarter to have this data in your sheet. So in this case, let's say what does it mean and how we can drive the best decisions from this sheet. So we have the impressions count for the market and for our particular ASIN in this sheet. We have the clicks data, we have the add to carts, and we have the purchases. And now this is the real sauce in this sheet. Have a look at this column. We are getting the delta in the CTR, right? So the numbers, the percentages in the blue ones are the ones with a better CTR than the market, and the ones in the red text is indicating, a kind of lower CTR as compared to the market. And same goes for the conversion. So the green ones, that means we have good conversions, and we can increase the traffic for that specific search term. We can push that keyword in PPC campaigns. We can, if you're not targeting that specific search term in the PPC campaigns anywhere, we can set up a few new campaigns in the phrase match or the exact match type if the keyword is long tail. And you can see some of the keywords having negative percentages. So that means we have for this specific search term, let's say we have 11% less conversion than the market. So we need to reduce the traffic on that specific search term, maybe as it's not converting well as compared to the market. And in this column we have the suggestions as well, the suggested actions for all of the search terms in this sheet. So for a few terms I can see, like we can say, we can see some suggested actions are like improve conversion rates, reduce traffic, improve traffic, reduce traffic. So this is how we can get an idea of like what action we need to perform for any specific search query, and like what actions moving forward we need to take for this specific ASIN. So keep one thing in mind, this data is for the ASIN level, right? So we have all of the data, and if I expand this column, I can see some sort of graphs as well, like how my conversion rate has been performing week over week, or even like or if I have the data of month over month in the backend. So basically it's a tool that we use. It's the FPA Excel tool that we use internally at Upscale Valley. So we have to import some reports in the backend, and this tool interprets those sheets into this kind of dashboard. And it's really helpful that it helps identifying the search terms with better conversions, better CTR, and also suggest some actions that are really play a good role in the strategy planning. So this is how we can utilize the search query performance. The previous methods that we have discussed are kind of the manual ways. We have to import the sheet into Google Sheet, and we have to play around with the filters. We have to play around with some custom formulas. So this is a pre-built sheet. All you have to do is you have to import your search query performance reports for the desired date range, and this tool will like interpret all of the data in this dashboard. All right, so we have discussed that how we can use Amazon search query performance report, how we can download this from Amazon Seller Central, how we can import that into Google Sheet, and how we can apply custom filters and formulas to basically analyze the sheets. And the core purpose of this sheet that we have discussed in this video is that you have to find the gap in the each aspect of the funnel. If the gap relies in the impressions or the clicks or the add to carts or the purchases, you have the full customer journey, and you have to audit each of the step. And once you find the problems, once you find the gaps, you have to work on that specific area to increase your brand's market share. All right, so if you have any kind of questions regarding the Amazon search query performance report, or if you are struggling with it, you can drop down into the comment section. I'll help you out.